discuss our crucial topic, No More War, Just Peace. I invite the first speaker to the floor.
Madam Speaker, esteemed members of the House, I stand here today to advocate for a future without war. War brings destruction, loss of innocent lives, and tears families apart. I believe that if we put more resources into dialogue and diplomacy, we can prevent conflicts before they escalate. We owe it to the next generation to build a world where peace is norm, not exception.
Thank you, Madam. Next, I call upon Shaina to present her perspective. Madam Speaker, honorable members, I agree with Mehrunisa that diplomacy is the key. War doesn't affect the soldiers, but it destroys economics, displaces millions, and creates generations of trauma. We have seen the consequences in history, and yet it keeps happening. Now it's time for us to prioritize peaceful negotiation and invest in children's education. With better education, people can learn to solve their problems without violence. Thank you, Shaina. The floor is now open to Fatma.
Madam Speaker, ladies and gentlemen, I strongly believe that the fight for peace starts at home. If we want a world without war, we must start by creating peaceful communities. How can we ask for world peace when there is violence in our schools and homes? It's time to work on kindness, respect, and understanding within our communities first and then expand that to the global stage.
Excellent point, Fatma. Now invite Aksa to share her thoughts.
Madam Speaker, fellow parliamentarians, I want to highlight the role of women in peace building. Women have always been powerful advocates, whether in their families or at the negotiating tables. Studies show that when women are involved in peace processes, there is a chance of long-term peace. We must ensure that women have equal voice in decision making when it comes to resolving conflicts.
Thank you, Aksa. Next, I call upon Isha to speak.
Madam Speaker and the members of House, I want to remind us all about the words of Martin Luther King Jr. Peace is not merely a distant goal that we seek, but a means by which we arrive at that goal. We must understand that peace is an ongoing effort. It's not a destination, it's the way we live, the choices we make every day. We must reject violence in all its physical, emotional, or economic, and instead choose peace.
Thank you, Isha. Now invite Amna to present her views.
Madam Speaker, honorable members, war should never be an option. We have reached an age where technology and communication allow us to connect with anyone across the globe. There is no reason to resolve the differences through violence when we have the tools to sit down and talk. As the world citizen, we must hold our leaders accountable. If they choose war, they are failing us. We must demand peace.
Amna, the floor now belongs to Aisha.
Madam Speaker, I want to echo the sentiments of my fellow members. War does not solve problems, it creates new ones. But what about the underlying causes of the war? Poverty, inequality, and injustice. If we truly want peace, we must address these root causes. A fair and just world will naturally be a peaceful one.
Thank you, Aisha. Next, I call upon Dua to speak.
Madam, I believe that the global peace is only possible when we break down the barriers that divide us. Nationalism, racism, and hatred keeps us in conflict. We need to recognize our shared humanity. If every war that was fought was between human beings, if we focus on what unites us rather than divides us, we will have no reason to fight.
Dua. The final speaker for today is Hurmat.
Madam Speaker, esteemed colleagues, I want to focus on the environmental cost of war. War doesn't just harm people, it destroys ecosystem, pollutes water, and leaves a lasting scar on our planet. As we talk about peace, also remember our responsibility to protect the earth. A peaceful world is one that cares for both people and nature.
This house has spoken with one voice today, united in the belief